Hello, hello. It's all about being 40 and 40. Frank Mola is my name, and of course, you're gonna meet my co-host Venus in a brief. Guys, episode 9, and we're still going strong. All right? Guess what we're talking about today? Mental health, physical health. I'm already in my gym gear, and we're gonna be doing a bit of dancing and everything else. So, welcome back to being 40 at 40. But first, before we go on, Venus, talk to us what some of our subscribers and followers are telling us about being 40.
Hi guys, as you can see today I'm feeling pink. Sijui ni mguu, but health-wise, oh yes, I am just pink today. This is the color that I love so much. And just getting back and checking on our YouTube subscribers. Today I'm gonna mention a few of you. Claudette Jolebo, I hope I pronounced your name very well. Thank you for subscribing. Monica Yotam, Rehema Omar, Christine Miano, Gadara, there's Dorcas Wangeshi, Mokera Masita Mwangi, Haman John, Judith Nagari. Thank you so much. We always love to take note of the people who are following us, our biggest fans. So thank you so much for subscribing. Let us keep sharing these videos. Let us subscribe. Let us push this thing, yeah? It's all about being 40s. We are here to share our experiences, but remember, as Frank says, our right is not the only right. We're just here to build up each other. Today we're gonna be talking about physical and mental health. Frank, naona hapo ma abs. Mimi hata sijui hizi abs zilitoka siku gani. Yani guys, I mean, Frank never had these YouTube muscles and all that. Ebu tell me the secrets. You mimi I'm sijui.
That was not on the script, but it's okay. Guys, talking about physical health. Outside being 40, I'm a dance instructor. I enjoy dancing. Rumba Dance Fitness is where you can find me. There's a place called RDF, which is Rumba Dance Fitness. Somewhere in, what is this place called? Makadara. There's a place there we dance. And also we go around different places. So sometimes people try to ask me, how do you manage to get time? All your busy traveling schedules and everything else, and you still dance? There's never time, guys. You must create the time. And at being at 40, and here I am, I have to constantly and consistently dance. It's for my well-being. And I don't know where she talked about abs, but guys, it's just keeping fit and making sure everything is put, but you have to create that time. So I dance a lot. I love dancing.
Wow. Frank, Yani, the other day we were talking about finances. If you didn't watch the episode, please go back and check it out. You really challenged me, and here we are again. I'm being challenged about my physical wellness. Let me tell you guys, and this I'm very, very serious about it. I've been exercising, but from a mental perspective, yeah? Like I have mental muscle. Kwanza kukimbia bado, as in, I'm still psyching myself up. I do like 5 skips in the, yeah.
Mental muscle.
Wewe umeleta physical, mimi naleta mental muscle, yeah. And for those of you who wamekuwa kusema sijui Venus, sijui what, please note that I love my body. I love my body. I eat what I want. Once in a while, I'll exercise. And of course, I love dancing. So Frank, thank you for introducing me to the various groups, but I am yet to, start dancing. And no, I've joined the WhatsApp groups, but yes. But I also feel that, Frank, mental wellness is a very, very important thing. Everything starts from here. There's something you said the other day. If you tell guys that the brain is an app, they would start using it. And ideally, that's what we are saying. This brain is the app to get yourself to physical wellness. It has to start from the desire that I want to work out. And the other day I went to, for a checkup, and when the doctor, we always do the body mass index, whatever, and the doctor tells me, Venus, you're overweight. And I'm thinking, my God, siniko tu sawa, hips, mzee anapenda hips, nini. I'm being told my BMI is at 27. You have to, lower your sugars. You have to lower. This is the thing. In our 40s, we can't just enjoy anything we want. Yeah, we are allowed to treat ourselves, but remember, our bodies begin to degenerate. Women out there, remember, our hormones are now kind of like, we are moving towards menopause. So there's some things that we will take that will not help us. Like for me personally, I have been struggling with sugar. So what I do, nikikula skari, I have to go for a walk. Because somehow I find myself losing sleep when I do too much physical. I try to counter effect what I've taken. Nikikula chipo, at least I do like 10 skips, 10. I don't strain myself because, spend it to kusafa. But at the end of the day, I try my level best. But Frank, I see you have such, you have resilience. You've built up resilience when it comes to physical, fitness. Tell me, just maybe give us, your story. because I believe you didn't wake up one day and just became physically fit.
Well, it's a good observation, and also it's a good question. There's one thing you've talked about, which was part of my post on the Brutal Fact segment, and I said, maybe if we start telling people that the mind is an app, they'll start using it. Why did I say that? It's because statistics and data shows that at least, it's unfortunate that smartphones have moved from being novelties to addiction, right?
True.
And a day, our smartphones, I mean what you're holding right now, we look at it more than 150 times in a day, right? And that has some ripple effect in us. So the times you spend looking at your phone, and you talked about the mental health, right? You can, even now during these COVID times, all right? For me, what I had to do, I decided, let me benefit and leverage on the app, which is my mind. And I figured out and said many, many years back, I started doing gym at some point, and I realized I needed it for me to be at my optimal in the office. When you travel as much as I do, you know very well, you sit for so long, and it is important for blood circulation to go through. Now, you might not be traveling, but you might be sitting in the office the whole day from 8 to 5. Sometimes all you need to do is just stand up, stretch, walk, go get some water, come back. That's enough. So I just started picking on that habit slowly and saying, no, wait a minute, even just sitting down, my back, there's a way you're supposed to arch your back. So I said, I love exercise, but I realized I will not be optimal, be it in my businesses or in the office, if I don't start doing these small things. Now, the element of time came up, and I'm telling myself, 80% of my 2019, I was in flight. But how do I get time to dance? Now, every country I would go to, I would look for a studio and I would start dancing. So if guys have aerobics, I would ask, can I have like 5 minutes to do some Roomba dance?
Yes.
And all of a sudden, everybody's following through.
Yes.
It has to be deliberate. It has to be conscious. You have to sit back and say, I want to do this for you to be at your optimal. But again, we have different ways of doing it. Some people would prefer dancing. Some people would prefer going the diet way. Some people sit back and read some books on how they need to behave in us. I don't know. It's different. But I'm just sharing what works for me, how I've done it. But the important part is, guys, to know you can always do it, whichever formula you have.
I like that, but I just like to know, did you do this from a point of age, where you're realizing that if I don't do this, then there are repercussions, or was it just an interest that you took up, in terms of, there are people who are addicted to working out, the guys who burn time in the gym mpaka yani mtu ukimwona manze unaona huyu anaenda and then they're telling you they're so fit, so did you do it from a point of just age, being very intentional about where you want to see yourself in the 50s, or was it just a hobby that you picked up based on the fact that you travel a lot and you felt that you really need to guard yourself against varicose whatevers and all that?
I think it's both ways. When you get to 40, you're prone to a lot of diseases as well, right? And that's why you see things like cancer.
Yes.
At the age of almost 38 years onwards, you are told, just go and check, because you never know, because you're prone to it. But again, before that, it was a deliberate conscious. I used to do it for fun before, because growing up, guys were like, going to the gym, it's a good thing.
Yes.
You want to impress those ladies, taka wasikie poa, niko na nini, physique. But what happens is, gym can also be an addiction.
Very true.
I've seen people go to the gym, they started small, weightlifting, they have their day jobs, but what happens? These guys have gone and become so pumped up, right? And it's just, you can see it's an addiction. But what happens? What happens again is, some of them focus on their top side. There was a cartoon called Tasmania. I don't know if you remember Tasmania. It used to look like this.
Yeah.
It's because you don't have a clear objective and plan on what you want to achieve.
Yes.
Don't look at somebody and feel the fact that they are all big and physical weights and muscles and think that is being fit. No. Being fit is not about your body being that big.
Yes.
You get very slim, small guys, but they are very fit in terms of the resilience when you start to do certain things. They're very much okay. You can get somebody who's even fat, forgive me for using that word, but they are very fit. So fitness is a mind thing. fitness is not a physical thing where you see somebody and say, ule mse yuko fiti. Nope. I made that choice and I decided, let me just do it because it's good for my mental health and my physical health.
And Frank, I really feel that we need to have a part 2 of this, because you know, when you talk about physical fitness and all that, there's so many things that are involved in it. Like for me, ideally, I'm not so badly off in terms of physical, you know, fitness, but I know that there's some things that I need to work on, you know, to better where I am, okay? In terms of, like for me personally, I believe in detoxing a lot. And of course, detoxing means that I also fast a lot. Like, you know, just, you know, I go on those to diets just to try and clean my system. But I love spas. So, you know, for now, mentally, how I've started working out, like I'm closer to the gym by just walking into the spa for now. Yeah, but I'm hoping by the next time we are having another, you know, talk on this, that I'll have actually gone inside the gym and I'll be, you know, on a treadmill, and maybe we'll be able to, you know, show people out there that this is actually happening. Yeah, so I think this is such a wide topic, if you ask me, because I'm sure questions will come up, like, you know, what exactly do we need to do? And I know that is your docket. So even as we wind up, guys, please let us know, what are you interested in knowing in this journey, you know, that we are in our 40s, like exactly what should we share more in terms of physical and mental wellness. For me, I'm very big about mental wellness, and I have been, you know, taking time to meditate, slowing down. I don't like stress nowadays. In my 30s, I took up a lot of stress. Nowadays, I've detoxed myself from toxic friends, you know, just keeping myself within a very small circle of friends, but people who are positively, you know, motivating me to achieve my goals in life, you know. So I don't know how it is for you as we wind up.
I think I like what you've said. Being fit, be it mental or physical, is not about the gym. It's not only about the exercise. In fact, actually what they say is 80% is nutrition, 20% is in the gym, right? At 40, basically what you need to do is you need to have enough sleep. You need to take a lot of water. You need to eat balanced diet.
Correct.
You know, you need to look at your circle, which are the people you're with. And these people they should nurture your behavior, your mind, and everything else, because fitness is just not about going to the gym. Fitness is, who are your friends? What are they feeding you in, you know, and what are you feeding yourself with? So guys, again, as we wind up this session, I'm just saying, fitness is not the gym. Fitness is not necessarily walking. And fitness is not necessarily you sitting back and say you must stifle yourself and eat certain things. You need enough sleep. You need to detox your body. You need the right friends around you. You need to read the right books. You need to relax. It's all about that. So don't just look at fitness as safe. I need to go to the gym and I need to eat in a certain way. It's a whole 360. It's all about being 40 at 40, all right? And remember, like, share, and subscribe. Episode 9 it is.
Yes, episode 9 it is. Please keep the feedback coming, and thank you so much for those of you who are already following. If you're watching this for the first time, please like, subscribe, and share. Let us talk more about life at 40, and remember, our right is not the only right. What we'd like to see you doing is learn from our mistakes. Thank you, and see you next time.
Episode 10. Cheers, coming soon.
Guys, this is the Mind Spa moment where we bring in the psychological facts. Today we are talking about mental and physical wellness. And as you know, being a psychologist, I am so passionate about mental wellness. So I'll talk about fitness. You know, here, what happens here. And I'd like to still emphasize, if the brain was an app, that's something Frank has said it over and over again. If the brain was an app, maybe some of us would start using it. The question is, what are you doing about your mental fitness? two things that I like to share. You have to be very, very intentional about what you take in from people and what you take in from your environment, because it does affect what you behave like, you know, what the kind of behavior that people see, you know, emanating from you. The second thing, guys, when it comes to mental wellness, there's no one else who's gonna give it to you. You have to make it a choice. You have to take it as a choice. You have to, you know, want it so badly, because there are people, you know, we are always getting consequences out of what we choose. So if you really want that mental wellness, go out there, get it. And how can you get it? Read books. Surround yourself with friends who, you know, motivate you to adapt to this positive lifestyle. And lastly, don't forget your spirituality. Your spirituality affects your mentality. Once again, this is the Mind Spa moment. Lots of love. Make sure you're mentally fit.
It's all about brutal facts. Welcome back to Being 40 and 40. I'm Frank Moller on the brutal facts section. Sorry, I'm just grasping out of breath because I was doing a bit of exercise. But we're talking about mental health and physical health. Viewers, subscribers, and everybody who likes Being 40 channel, right? Let me tell you one thing. There's a link between physical health and mental health. Remember, sometimes if you're not mentally fed, if you don't improve your mental self, if you not feed your brain with positive things, if you not feed your brain with a lot of good stuff that you need, it's going to affect your physical health, guys. So there's a link between physical and mental health. When somebody tells you about keeping fit, it's not necessarily about running, right? It's not necessarily about lifting weights. Nope. You need peace of mind. You need to read books. You need to sleep. You need to eat healthy and everything else, guys. That's the brutal fact. And as I always say, apply 10-10-10 even to your health, mental, and physical. Why? Ask yourself, if you don't have enough sleep, what's going to happen to you in the next 10 minutes, 10 seconds, 10 hours, 10 days? Just put 10-10-10 all the time. If you don't keep physically fit, what's going to happen to you in the next 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 hours? Ask yourself those questions, guys. Brutal facts, keep fit. Mental health, physical health. There's a link. Identify what works for you and go for it. Frank Moller, Brutal Facts, going back to Being 40. And remember, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Cheers. I'm off.